Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Thursday afternoon, June 4th. And yes, I said June 3rd this morning, I think, on the video, or I might have put it as June 3rd on YouTube, but Thursday afternoon, June 4th. We're looking at the last 2 days of the market profile of the SPY ETF here on Window Trader. And these algos don't get any more confusing than this. As we look like we're going for yesterday's high. Price probe gets rejected from yesterday. Looks like we're going for yesterday's high and then possibly March's high as we one time frame up only to totally flush out. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's just week longs getting out. We never took out the opening. We balance in E, balance in F, flush down in G, get an afternoon rally high, and now they finally get into the gap. Looks like they're going to be real serious about filling it, only to rip higher in M and end up getting 9 wide. So, again, not the easiest days to trade. These algos have been very, very, you got to be smarter than them, and they've been very erratic, I guess is the best word I can use. I had a decent day. Go home with a very, very small put position that I don't mind. I did it in L. I said I was going to take it home. I didn't expect this to happen, but that's fine. It's for next Friday. But as far as my trading today, so we opened right around the afternoon pullback low from yesterday. We opened in value, in balance. We traded above the opening, and we traded basically between yesterday's POC and the afternoon pullback low for a while. And then finally, we got some acceleration. So remember yesterday I said I was going to use as a price spike, but I didn't because I didn't like the way it was violated. But I thought maybe we'd find some sellers there. So I took a short against the price probe between that and L's high, and it came in A and B. Now, I started it in A around E's high. I added to it in B, even though, yes, now we were one time framing up, but value was unchanged, and I was leaning against the price probe. And I added, again, a decent size up around B's high. It came back in. We did not have single prints. Turned out to be a good trade. We had a chance for a trend day up with 2 sets of single prints. They both failed in B and C. And we had a chance for a trend day down, which failed. So both sides couldn't get really anything done as far as that's concerned. Then in C period, I did take calls against the single prints. And they worked out. I was looking for it to pop the top. It did. I was looking for it to get the high. Never did. Got out of it. D period. I got long again with value overlapping to higher with the one-time framing up. I said if we take out C's low, I'm out. That's what happened. I took a small loss on that one. Now, here's what kept me out of probably one of the best trades of the day. Normally, I would take that break of C and take a short. But value, which had been unchanged, was now overlapping to higher. And that's not that easy because value's range yesterday was pretty big. I mean, you can't see it really in this because of the way I have it in 5-tick increments. So the fact that they had the strength to pull value up from unchanged to overlapping to higher, I thought all this was the longs in A, B, and C flushing out. And I was going to look for another long, but that's what kept me out of the short too because of the value. The value being overlapping high at that time really was a little conflicted. I stayed out of it, and obviously that would have been a nice trade, right? Then we balanced. I didn't do anything then till H, right? We flush out. G flushes out. I got involved late in H. Initially to the sell side, I'm like, okay, there's a good chance we're going to go take out yesterday's low. Took 50 contracts, got in the money, took 30 off right away because I wasn't getting the acceleration. They were in the money. G went back up. We had single prints. I did not like the way, H went back up. I did not like the way it was acting. I thought the single prints would get filled. So I took the other 20 shorts off. And I actually reversed. And I usually don't do this right away, but I reversed and I bought a pretty size call position here to fill the singles. Now, It went down against me initially. I bought more, went back up, took some off. It took a while. Didn't happen in H. I period started, went down, put more on, took some off, and then finally, when it popped the top, I got out of it. And shame on me, I wasn't even thinking. I'm thinking we were still one-time framing down, because if H had gone and filled the singles, I was only looking for that and the opening. Even though we were one-time framing down, I would have gotten out of the long. Once we stopped the one-time framing down and filled the singles, I should have held on to at least a runner above the opening. I didn't, but it was still a nice trade. And then I didn't do anything. I was looking for an afternoon rally high. Turned out to be J. But I didn't do anything, as I thought we might get above E and F's high. I was looking more for that to take the short. Should have taken it in K. That was a big mistake, because you knew you're out. Even if it wasn't I or J, even E, right? There's not much of a difference here. So right in here, if K popped above this level right here, you get out of the trade. Your risk reward was awesome, because forget about POC. It just flushed all the way out. But I didn't take that. And then in M, like I said, I took a small short. I took a short down here. I added a little more, and then when it came in, took some off. So I'll go home with a very, very small put position, which is against me right now. But again, it's for next Friday. All right, and it's the 314s, so I'm comfortable with the position right now. So destinations for the upside, it's going to be 311.69, which I am going to use as an afternoon rally high. We almost got to it in M period. So 311.69. Then we have 313, which is today's high. And then we have 313.22, which is yesterday's high. Right? And then 313.84 is the monthly high. Very important. For the downside, incredibly, with that rally, we end up 9 wide. And the funny thing was, somebody asked me in L period, I think it was L period, do you think the odds of getting 9 wide are good? And I said yes. And then L flushed out, and we're getting into the gap, and I'm like, you know what? I said the odds of it are good, but I don't think so. That's when, and then lo and behold, we get 9 wide. Incredible. So 311.25 is your first destination on the downside, right below where we closed. Then we have 309.08. which was today's low, and then filling the gap at 308.13. So the gap got eaten into by a little bit more than half. It's still 95 points, I'm sorry. And then below that, 307.26, which is the price probe from June 2nd, C's high. Now, let's go to the charts. So monthly, again, they tried again today. Got up to 313, couldn't even take out yesterday's high. So again, we got close to the monthly high from March. Right now, we're about $2.50 below it. We have non-farm payroll number tomorrow. We'll see if that's going to propel it, or are the bears going to continue to defend it? That's the second time now. You know, anytime you get to within whatever, 80 cents a dollar to that high, that's defending to me. So if we get to it again the third time might be the charm, and they might take it out. So the bears would like to hold them way below the 313 level and not give them that opportunity. We're one time framing up 2 months. I'm still calling it balance to up unless we take out March's high. Weekly, one time framing up. It'll be 3 weeks after tomorrow unless something catastrophic happens. Very, very healthy. We're getting good distance. Again, the only thing stopping them from going much higher at this point is March's high. After that, we're talking all-time highs on the monthly, and then that huge gap on the weekly. And then on the daily, the Bears accomplished one small thing today. They stopped the one-time framing up after 3 days, ate away part of the gap. I will now call it balance, 2-day balance. Gap is my main focus still since it hasn't been filled. Again, you can check out, I'll probably post it tomorrow morning about the webinar on Saturday, June 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So look for that. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. I hope you had a great day trading. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.